Hello grade 11s and welcome to today's lesson. We are going to learn how to sketch the hyperbolic function. Here are 6 simple steps to help us draw the sketch. Step 1 is to determine in which quadrants the graph lies by looking at the value of a in the equation. Next, we determine the vertical asymptote by letting x be equal to negative p. Thirdly, we determine the horizontal asymptote by making y equal to q. Then we determine the x-intercepts by letting y be equal to 0. We can determine the y-intercept by letting x equal 0. Step 6 requires us to draw all the information from steps 1 to 5 on a set of axes and sketch the graph. Let's apply these 6 steps and do an example. Sketch the graph of y equals 4 over x minus 2 plus 4. The x is in the denominator, and this tells us that the graph is a hyperbola. We begin with step 1 and find which quadrants the graph lies in. The value of a in the equation is positive 4. Therefore, the graph lies in the first and third quadrants. Next, we determine the vertical asymptote using x equals negative p. P is negative 2. We substitute that into x is equal to negative p and get x is equal to negative times negative 2. This means that the asymptote is x is equal to 2. Now we look at the value of q for the horizontal asymptote. In this equation, q is positive 4 and therefore the equation of the horizontal asymptote is y equals 4. To find the x-intercept, we let y be equal to 0. This gives us 0 is equal to 4 over x minus 2 plus 4. By subtracting 4 from both sides, we get negative 4 equals 4 over x minus 2. Next, we multiply both sides by x minus 2. This gives us negative 4 times x minus 2 equals 4. Distributing the negative 4, we get negative 4x plus 8 equals 4. We subtract 8 from both sides to give us negative 4x equals negative 4. Lastly, we divide both sides by negative 4 to get a final answer of x is equal to 1. The x-intercept is 1, 0. We now need to find the y-intercepts by making x equals to 0. Y equals 4 over 0 minus 2 plus 4. Simplify this to get y equals negative 2 plus 4, which means y has a value of 2. This means that the y-intercept is 0, 2. Let's gather all the information, plot it onto a set of axes, and draw the graph. The graph falls in the first and third quadrant. The vertical asymptote is x is equal to 2. The horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 4. The intercepts are 1, 0 and 0, 2. We draw the asymptotes at x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. Now we plot the intercepts at 1, 0 and 0, 2. Finally, we draw in the graph in the first and third quadrants and passing through the intercepts. Let's do another example. Sketch the following. F such that x is mapped onto 6 over x minus 1 minus 3. This is called mapping, and it means the same thing as y is equal to, or f of x is equal to, 6 over x minus 1 minus 3. We know from the structure of the equation that this is a hyperbola. The value of a is positive, which means that the hyperbola lies in the first and third quadrants. To find the vertical asymptote, we make x equal to negative p and x then becomes equal to 1. We get the horizontal asymptote by making y equals to q, so y is negative 3. Our next steps are to find the intercepts. To find the x-intercept, we make y equal to 0 and solve for x. We add 3 to both sides of the equation. This gives us 3 equals 6 over x minus 1. Next, we multiply both sides by x minus 1. We then distribute 3 to get 3x minus 3 equals 6. Now add 3 to both sides of the equation, resulting in 3x equals 9. To solve for x, we divide both sides by 3, and therefore x is equal to 3. Thus, the intercept is 3 and 0. The y-intercept is found by making x equal to 0. This is simplified to y equals negative 6 minus 3, which means that y equals to negative 9. The y-intercept is 0, negative 9. Let's gather all the information and then use it to plot the graph. The graph falls in the first and third quadrant. The vertical asymptote is x is equal to 1. The horizontal asymptote is y is equal to negative 3. The intercepts are 3, 0 and 0, negative 9. The asymptotes are drawn with dashed lines at x equals 1 and y equals negative 3. The intercepts are plotted at 3, 0 and 0, negative 9. And the graph is plotted through the intercepts in the first and third quadrants. Grade 11s, I hope you enjoyed this lesson on sketching hyperbolas. Be sure to try the task video and learn more on our website www.mindset.co.za/learn. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.